Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for May 4th, 2016. We are in week 18 of the year. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only to support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right. Let's jump right into trading session focus for week 18. It was, let's get down here to Wednesday. There she was, a whopping 29 ticks. Woo! Wow. A lot to write home about there. Yep, that was the kind of day it was as price action overnight. What a move overnight. Almost wish I was trading the overnight session, but really, besides the crude that we'll see here in a moment, it was the first major move to the upside. That was our trend of the day there on all three indices here, NQ, YM, and ES. Price action, solid body, tails up in the Heikin Ashi bars. 3 charts in the green, 4 charts in the green on the NQ, re-entry possible to the upside. Yeah, that was just it. One trade to the upside on the NQ, straight across, thinking, maybe, you know, we're all in the green here. And finally just deciding to bail out there at the end. All right, let's jump right into the trends in each of the indices. Hey guys, going to have a little different look here today. I think I'll like this a little bit better. Extend those days out so you can see a little bit more of the market. Taking a look here at the crude. On top we have the Flex Renko on a 10.70 setting. Again, you can use a variety of different settings for that, but anyway, set up here, early morning session, crude with EIA report out. Obviously we can see price action for the most part pulled down for the most of the session, 50 below the 144 as price action drove down again using the 2 moving averages, including the 1 minute bars to indicate trend. And there it was, the best of the setups here at around, that was around what, 11:14 Eastern Standard Time. Sell signal, solid body down, 4 charts in the red, and there was the second setup to the downside there at about it was about lunchtime hour there you go, sell signal at 12:39 to the downside as well. Lesson of the day here, guys, was really about not looking for trying to fit a square peg in a hole. Today, it was all about sticking to the trading plan. If you didn't see the setup, you didn't take the entry. That was as simple as that. And again, really today, look, it was consolidation, a reverse of last week's market. As last week we set both Monday and Tuesday, waiting for FOMC. This week, complete reversal. Had nice 2 trending sessions for both Monday and Tuesday, up around 200 ticks, and now today, walking away with only 29 is not a big day. As we really did is held around that open 17,587. You could see pretty much price really migrated, but that didn't mean there weren't some setups on the YM. But at some point, you know, you're looking for a runaway and you just don't get it. But majority of the session was to the downside. Again, no optical illusion here. You just pull this up. There wasn't much price action swinging in both directions, or at least a runaway. But appreciate the 50 underneath the 144. Appreciate the fact that price action really was never able to break above that 144. So gave you some of those multiple entries to the downside. Again, not much of a runaway here. Again, if you kept your stop further up, yes, you could have sat in this a little bit longer. That is a possibility. But if you play by the trading rules, you get a contract off, it comes back on you, takes your stop out at break even. Hey, what are you going to do? You just wait for the next setup, or you simply adjust your trade management and you say, all right, I'll go in and out today. I can see the price action. So there it was, that first early morning session, market open. Then we saw that push up again. NQ had 4 charts in the green. It was the YM with 3 charts in the green here. You could have jumped in here. Not a bad move. But then price action, again, best of entries here, all squared out to the downside. And finally, at the end, a little bit false hope there as price action ran right into the open of today, and that's where we closed it off. Let's take a look at the NQ. NQ, similar picture here. Daily opening price 43.0650, straight across the board, just waffled right across. Couple of market, there was the market open with a nice setup to the upside. Another small possibility up here with 4 charts in the green, and then what does she do? She fails. So you might have been caught in a loss there if you were going for a far runaway, and it didn't go anywhere. Couple of sell signals here on 2 charts in the red. Not in my trading plan. Sell signal once again down here. Here was another buy signal to the upside. You might have been caught in that if you were looking to go on 4 charts in the green. But again, today's tick count wasn't put you exactly there. And then, but for the most part, we just hung around that open. Again, false hope there at the end as price action almost gave a hike up there, but closed out at the session. Taking a look at the ES, again, same picture. Buy signal with 3 to 4 charts in the green. Price action retreats. You have now 3 charts in the red with a descending 50, 144. Again, price action continuously coming up, retesting that 144. And then there it was. But at the very end, we tried to get something going there, bounce off the 144, and price action lifting here. Let's go back for a second. I forgot to bring up the AD line. Here you go, advancers and decliners. Again, part of that reason for that move up in the AN session. Again, a market internal, just like the 2 rows at the bottom here. Right to the 0. That's right. And price action coming back down, finding that support at the pivot, and just waffling here on a 10-period moving average in between 750 and the pivot. So really pretty much a flat market for today's session. All right, let's take a look. Oh, also, by the way, let's take a look at our Fibonacci targets today. NQ not able to get upside to the fib levels, 43.27 upside, 86 downside. Never really getting there. It was only about the YM. That's right there, early session there, hit it upside as we had that price action moving to the upside, as we just saw on the AD line. Let me bring that AD line back so you can see that. There it was. So the AD line pushing upside to the 0 there. Again, retracing backwards as we saw towards the European close. But again, as you see here, price action getting that lift there on that first 60-minute bar and to the fib target right there. Bang, 617.56. There you go. See it right there. Hit right, nice upside, and bang, 2052.75. Fib target hit above. So again, great entry. Got it on the NQ, missed it on the YM and ES, but that's all right. 2053.75 midnight open really never came back and challenged those levels either. All right, so looking ahead, where are we right now on the big pick? Let's jump into crude as we see crude now. T3 moving averages crossing back in a pullback and an uptrend, 50 above the 144. So a little bit of indecision bars here in the 4 hours gives me confidence. Crude doesn't know really where it wants to go yet, as we find support here at the 23% retracement, still sitting above the 200 MA. So again, it's intraday picture. Again, if you're trading the ETF, you got to go to the ETF chart to see where the big picture is, and then look for the intraday setup. But right now, for the futures to the downside, price action moving down in a pullback, finding support at that Fibonacci level. So for tomorrow, again, no crystal ball here, guys. I can't tell you where we're going. All I can tell you is where the current trend is. We're still in a continued uptrend. If crude is able to find some continued support here, then great. The 4-hour chart will lift. We'll find that on the intraday setup with 4 charts in the green, and we go for the long. Otherwise, we continue the downtrend. So what key levels do I look at if I'm on an intraday setup? First one I'll look for is down here, 42.92, which lines up the 144. Actually, very nicely, the 144 lining up with the 200 period moving average on both charts. All right, let's go ahead and look at the other major indices here as NQ continues its downtrend here. T3 moving averages, 50 EMA below the 144. So no question on the NQ as we continue to push downside. Again, 4 charts in the red downside, 4 charts in the green upside. Doesn't matter either direction. I'm looking for a move. But if we are taking the move to the downside, which we see the higher probability as we saw today, let's just go back to those NQ charts. There you go. You got pretty much a majority of the session was still to the downside, even though we didn't really get anything going. But it supports the move that is in the bigger picture as well. So looking ahead to tomorrow, average volume for today, price action again, nothing substantial here, just holding them below the 50 in the 200 SMA, as well as the 50 in the 144 on a 4-hour chart. No identifiable crossover yet, like we did over here last week, and I'll look for the continued downtrend at this point. Again, rejection on the ES and the YM here at the 50 continues that T3 moving average downside. 50 and 144 continue to drive down. Looking for that first support at the 50 period moving averages, as well as if we continue to drop down, 200 period moving averages as well. So as long as the T3 moving averages are continuing downtrend, the bigger picture is, again, wild swings in a market on any given day, intraday, but the bigger picture is still continuing downtrend, as we'll eventually see if those 50 144s cross over each other. Let's take a look at the daily gaps for today. Daily gaps, again, nothing major. We're not leaving any major holes, as we see on the NQ, sitting here at a 38% retracement. Again, we have major open gaps upside and below as well. Here on the crude Fibonacci extension upside. Not sure we'll go get that yet until the crude has its turnaround that we just saw on the daily big pick. Major open gaps down below here at 40.24, 37.90. Yet to be seen if we'll get those. But again, the big picture to the downside, ES, we do have a major gap all the way down at 1860.75. Nothing to talk about. 2015 highs here represented in the green. YM again. 15,924. Yeah, that's 100% guarantee, guys, that the markets are going to come down and close out those open gaps. What do they look like? Well, simply a hole in the market right there. Regular trading hours. Some of you might not believe in this, but time, after all these years, what I've been watching, I'm not the only one out there. Index futures and crude close out those daily gaps. Any open gap. I'm not talking about daily gaps, just I'm talking about open gaps at least. And so market eventually is going to come back and tag those as well. Also keep in mind, when it comes to volume profile, we're sitting there right at the, that's right, 17,546 to YM, finding some settlement price there today. That's the 600-day VPOC as the NQ drives down to it, 42.60, and the ES here, 20.60.50. Again, crude back to the upside. Eventually we get up there, we'll drive towards possibly that number. All right, looking out for tomorrow, let's take a look at the economic calendar. Nothing major except jobless claims. And as we write in to the natural gas report, we got, again, Fed speakers up, Fed speakers tonight. But it's non-farm payrolls as we roll into Friday. That's the biggie. So look ahead as we roll into the end of the week. All right, that concludes an insight into the state of the indices and crude, as well as the daily trend. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. That's right, you want to check out any posts or ETFs, market cap leaders. Again, that once a week publication that includes not only the video for the week on the futures, but a weekly supplemental. Go ahead and click on the blue right there, and out pops a page, 98-page document covering a variety of different indices from and actually, I apologize yesterday. I somehow had misplaced it. But there it is, market cap leaders, Apple to Netflix, key indices, industrials, FX pairs, as well as total stock market index. So covering that in detail on the charts. As well as making sure you keep updated on my feed here. Let's go back for a second here. Went ahead also, and always sometimes after market, trying a little bit of, there we go. Always check out my feed here at StockTwits as well. Yesterday, posting a couple of charts both on the Apple and the Tesla daily VIX as well. So here we go. Take a look at the Apple there. I got to enlarge that a little bit, but again, you might want to check that out. See where that's something we look at the daily. That's kind of blurred there. I apologize for that. But again, that's in the weekly technical momentum outlook newsletter that I just showed you. But again, yesterday looking at the Apple, wondering, are we getting an intraday pullback? So here on the right-hand side, you have the bigger picture. You have the 52-week low. Bigger picture on Apple, still to the downside, but here you go on the intraday, possible lows. But again, you got to watch that for the intraday setup to see if we're either making a comeback on Apple or we're swinging lower. Right now, the bigger picture is still showing downside. All right. My trading mantra is one simple strategy: any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts, and as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Always trade what's in front of you and on your charts. I can't repeat that enough times. Have yourselves a Blue Zone day, good night, and good trading.